So we recently hopped on a podcast with our friends over at Fund Loans and had a candid conversation on all things North County San Diego real estate, including the economy and how that ties back to San Diego. New construction right here in North County San Diego. Is Vista the next San Marcos? Are people still relocating from all over the place to San Diego? And how is this all affecting sellers? So let's get into it right now.
Do you guys have a crystal ball?
Wish. I do.
You do? Oh, you left it in the car, though?
Now, yeah.
We're going to talk about North County predictions, right? Like what, we have the Fed raising rates a little bit. Maybe they're easing. We don't know for sure. I think today the CPI just came out. Some inflation, right? Still. But people are starting to look to buy, right? And there's some listings coming out. I know this is very, very limited still.
Yeah.
But what's North County looking like this year?
I'd say, at least buyers, I think, have gotten used to the fact that mortgage rates are going to be where they're at. If they need to buy this year, they've just had to figure out at what price point they can buy. And so we're starting to see some of our clients that have been on the fence for a year, they're starting to at least look. We just need more listings. That's what it comes down to. Inventory is
What happened to all the builders? They all just got so shy, or they went and started building multifamily, or what are they doing? Do you guys follow that at all? Like, what are builders doing?
I was just messaging with a client that's looking at two or three new construction developments. They're cooperating with agents again, which is a positive for them.
Good.
Like Mission Circle, both of those in San Marcos, right by Cal State, they are working with agents again, which is a good sign. But there's just not that much. There's that big development in San Marcos, a couple in Vista, and there's another one in North San Marcos also. But that's about it. There's not much else new construction-wise.
There's one now on Santa Fe Drive, the 11 homes or something, right? Like townhouses? Or,
so tight together.
What are those, like a million? What are those?
A little over $1 million,
A little over $1 million?
Yeah. But they're just
They pack those ones in there for sure.
Yeah.
Like, how many can we get on here? Okay, we'll do one more.
It's like right across from the high school, right next to the church.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to get to where you need to go.
Yeah, super convenient.
7-Eleven's right there. The beach is a mile.
Yeah. Well, and you can cross at Santa Fe too, which is nice for Swamis.
Yeah.
So, that convenience-wise, it's great. It's just they're on
top of each other.
They're on top of each other. All of the new developments. Mission Circle and San Marcos is... you can high five your neighbor. Like they're tight. They are tight. So that's what new construction is now. There's so little land left that they're going to put every square foot possible.
And I get the builders, they're worried that the construction costs have gone way up, but it's like, I think probably still have that, memory of 08 and 9 and 10 and
it's interesting too, the construction costs. I'm curious to see what it'll look like in the next 6 months, because my dad is a general contractor, so that's how I kind of got into housing business. He mentioned that lumber's down 30%.
That's
so
good.
If some of those things start changing, hopefully we'll start to see more developments. With the land that's left, hopefully we'll start to see more developments. Because there's still space. Nothing left in Encinitas. There's nothing left there's space in Carlsbad. There's space in San Marcos. Vista's got a ton of it. Oceanside's got a ton of it too. Vista, I could see Vista in the next 10 years turning into San Marcos. And what San Marcos did, with San Alejo Hills and Tesoro, it's turned that school district into an amazing school district. It's made that community way better.
Yeah.
I could see Vista being that next spot. They could do another giant Shadow Ridge. That'd be pretty epic.
Yeah, I think the housing start data is coming out Thursday, right?
Yeah.
This Thursday?
Yep.
We'll be interested to see what that comes out with. If it's trending up a little bit, that's good. I know it takes a while for those houses to come to market, but I think we look forward, like you said, like a year. A lot of times you want to know what's coming, what's what's going to be the next little hot area.
Yeah, I'm wondering on the seller side, the last part of last year was very quiet. We were working with some people, but priced out or just didn't comfortable with the payment. So let's look, but nothing, no real action. A lot of those people, just in our anecdotally, people have shifted to this year. So those buyers, I think, that were backed up from the last 6 months of last year seem to be packing in right now. Whereas the first few weeks of the year, we had a listing pop on and, got an offer kind of added around list. No, let's go to the next one. A few weeks later, got another one, ended up getting list. But now in the last few weeks, multiple offers, all the price points are going to be a little bit different, obviously. But it seems like the competition level has jumped significantly where it was, we could go see this, take some time, relax. Now, the one you just had was see it Saturday, Sunday, offers in Monday. So hopefully that doesn't continue just for sanity purposes, because
agreed.
it's, I mean, it's just tough on everybody. Even sellers who are getting like 15, 20 offers, it's stressful on them. Like, what do I want to do?
Like a balanced market would be great. You know?
Agreed. Yeah.
Well, is it still, do you think there's still a good amount of out of towners moving in, or relocations, or is it more people moving within kind of San Diego County?
That's a hard question for us because we get a lot of out of area people. But we also, we have a couple move ups and stuff that are locals. I think it's probably a good mix.
Yeah.
A lot less of like, seems like the Bay Area calls have quieted quite a bit. Just because I think a lot of those like big businesses, the Googles and the Apples, have either
come back.
made them come back, or have, made it a little less easy to be remote. Because we had a client last year that she had full plans moved from Denver, where she was completely remote, to San Diego, and got the call that she couldn't be remote anymore and had to go back to the Bay. So starting to see a little less Bay Area. The California, push to go south has slowed a bit.
It's always interesting. In the seller market, like the sellers right now, they're still on these low rate 30-year fixed, and so I can see where that hesitancy would be
to sell.
To sell, like what, have you seen any of that where they're like, I don't really want to list because I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't want to get another, higher rate.
Yeah.
That's a deterrent, right?
Yeah, for sure. And like our sellers right now are listing in San Marcos, they're moving out of state. So like the interest rate part of it doesn't really matter as much because they're moving to a state where it's going to be way cheaper to buy real estate.
Cash.
Yeah, right. Exactly. That's our feeling, is that's a huge reason that we don't have that much inventory. If somebody wants to sell and buy right now, like you said, if they're at 3.5%, you need a really big reason to want to move. Like if you're, squeezed into a 2-bedroom house with 2 kids, that's a real reason to move.
Yeah.
But, if you're retired and, just would like a nicer spot or downsize to a condo, it's just a tougher sell.
Yeah.
It's worth waiting, especially if people are saying that, 12 to 18 months will be in better shape interest rate wise.
Right.
You might as well stick around. But
what about like buy downs? Seeing like sellers paying for, it'd be a seller paying the buyer to get a better rate.
We haven't accepted one of those offers yet, but we have been. I mean, we've been talking through them with clients. We did get a couple offers with that. Sellers still think, why should I give them money to make their interest rate cheaper?
Right.
So, and there's only so much you can do. I mean, if you offer $10,000 over list, but then ask for a $30,000 credit, I mean, that's just not, for the seller. The optics of that are still tough to swallow.
Yeah.
So I'd say people have been successful with it. We've had a lot of our buyers have been coached to do something somewhat similar.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think there's opportunity, way more opportunity in a house that's not brand new on the market, though, if you really want to compete, especially now if we're going to have to compete again.
And if you are thinking about making the move in 2023, feel free to reach out. All the information is down below. We got your back when making the move here in North County, San Diego.